physical evidence?
That's right. The prosecution case essentially relied on the testimony of 4 other inmates that was found just not to hold up to the standard of criminal proof beyond reasonable doubt.
So these evidence free in 500 metres at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on Strara Road.
This is one of those cases that's just remained on people's minds for years and decades. It was just one of those really tragic cases that we just never got any answers to. And it wouldn't be
In 300 metres, turn left onto Burwood Highway, State Route 26.
until years and years later that any other real progress was made in this case.
Turn left onto Burwood Highway, State Route 26. You're listening to True Crime Conversations. Continue on State Route 26 for 7 kilometres. Gemma Barth. I'm speaking with ABC journalist Candy Esposa about the disappearance and murder of Louise Ball. The True Crime Conversations yourself. You no doubt remember us covering the real life story behind the scenes exclusive series of Dr. Death. If you enjoyed that, you'll be glad to hear it's back for a brand new season. In its second season, this true crime drama finds a new subject, Dr. Paolo Bocchioni. An effortlessly charming and intelligent surgeon, Paolo, who is played by Edgar Ramirez, has reached the height of success in stem cell medicine as an esteemed doctor, but has also got a dark side. Also starring Mandy Moore, the new season of Dr. Death is a story of lies, manipulation, and the ultimate betrayal of a doctor and trusted lives of a sick man.
We have to figure out a way to stop this guy.
Based on the breathtaking true story, the brand new season of Dr. Death premieres tomorrow at 9. In 1989, so just quite a few years after Louise disappeared, there was only potentially linked to a man named D.T. Can you tell us about him and what he did that night?
So in that year, and that was obviously 3 years after Louise Bell's disappearance, a little 10-year-old boy called Michael Black was murdered, and his body was also found. And he was also brought to that time Penny, who was on the radar for sexually assaulting another boy. So Penny was now well and truly in the sights of the police, and he was convicted of murdering Michael Black and sexually abusing the other boy. He was then sentenced to life in prison with a very long period.
So Fenning is behind bars, accused of these horrific crimes, and police are kind of trying to work out whether he might have been involved in Louise's death. Did they have any links to the Did he have anything to do with that family?
He did. Peter Fenning, who at the time that Louise disappeared, he was 34 years old. He was a teacher. He had 2 daughters. One of them was in the same year as Louise Bell, and they were in the same school. They lived just a couple of streets away from the very family. And he was known in that community. He was somebody who was seen as psychiatric. He was called a German. He had a slight German accent, which was one of the other aspects that became part of the circumstantial case against him, with some of the eyewitnesses that were
receptionist go on a break and never come back.
For the night Louise disappeared?
So, at the time of the murder, just beforehand, Fennig and his
Right, the officers
family
don't say they're going to
were
and never come
on a
back.
marathon, and
Oh, yeah.
Fennig had actually
I don't know how many times you've done that. They say, where's that radiographer? I don't know. She said she's going to talk to someone. I don't know.
and was living back at the that's where he was at the time of the abduction.
And I think since grown up, people just don't have faith in it. People are saying since the coronavirus, people are like, no, I'm sorry, but everything now, people
straight to stay on Burwood Highway, State Route 26.
What was that?
Yeah, so partway through the trial,
Continue on State Route 26 for 1 kilometre.
looked at one point as if it could completely
They might think, oh, well, now we're getting empty, we might
suffered a
need
medical
more.
episode.
And then you'll save money for
Had
fucking
an issue with
job
his
ads.
heart, and he was taken to hospital and was in an induced coma and had to have heart surgery. So the trial at that point was paused, and a few weeks later, once he recovered from that surgery, the trial
That's right, boss.
resumed. Just one of the many unusual aspects of this case over this months-long ordeal of this trial. There was also
Your remote there
quite
and just
remarkable
chat.
aspects of the evidence. So Penny actually
Just
challenged
about 7 hours.
In 400 metres, continue
That's why
straight
you
on
both charge your
Burwood
phone. It's going to
Highway,
eventually
State
charge
Route 22.
I've spent some stupid people in my life.
validity of the DNA evidence, and that in itself is so rare to see. I mean, people just don't.
Did you try and make up a story? Yeah, but that charges off Bluetooth. You just
Continue
you said
straight
how?
to Burwood Highway,
How?
State Route 22.
Oh, bounces off
Then
something. Can
continue
you say
straight
what?
to
What
stay
does
on
it bounce
Burwood
off?
Highway.
Every trying to justify it?
Right, explain. course, the
It'll
judge
only be
later
a day
found
job on
that
it.
the investigation